Maddux, you just take us through what's going on in the back of your head when there's 17 seconds left, and then next thing you know, the ball's up the field. Just what's going on in your mind in the sideline, and when did you just start getting ready to go?
It was one of those things where early in practice, about 2 or 3 days ago, we hit from 62, and I had some distance left on that one, and it's really just a confidence thing with me and Coach Creighton and Coach Shire. Just really them having confidence in me, and them having confidence in me helps me believe in myself even more than I already do. And it's just a reliance and being able to rely on my snapper, Andrew McElwain, my holder, Dante Adden. They're great, and then the line that blocks for me. I mean, I can't be comfortable if they're not as good as they are, and they treat themselves like professionals, and they want to be professionals. So we always take that mentality into every day, and we just go out there and try to execute one kick at a time, and then on to the next one.
When were you aware of what that distance was?
Just got out there, and you're not really counting it off. You just go out there and you just look at the uprights, right? Well, it's kind of far away, and then you look at it, you're like, all right, well, you got to kick the ball like it's any other thing. I have no choice but to kick the football, so you might as well try to make it while you're there, right?
Have you heard some of the history behind that kick after the game? It's the longest in the stadium's history, longest field goal in college football since 2008.
Yeah, not necessarily the 2008 part. I haven't heard that, but Coach Creighton mentioned it after the game, and it's just a really cool moment. And not many people get that opportunity. So just the fact that the coaches believe in me enough to send me out there for that is all I need.
Did you think you had the distance on it? Like before you saw it sweep across the crossbar, what were you thinking?
After it hit the ball, I was kind of leaning because I started on the right upright just because I know that the wind and the link kind of pushes it. And being a right-footed kicker, the ball is always going to draw a little bit for me. And I didn't catch it absolutely perfect. It's kind of a weird thing to say and kind of a cocky thing to say, but I didn't really catch it perfect. So I was kind of hoping that it would, get there. And I was just get it on the right line, make it, even if it falls short on the uprights, like just make sure it stays there. And 2 weeks in a row, I've had one bounce in for me. So if that's not God's plan, I don't know what is.
How was the last time before these last 2 weeks that you had one hit the crossbar? You remember?
Never? I don't think I've ever done that. So it's just one of those things where it just happens that way. And I'm really blessed.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Is that like the edge of your range, or have you ever hit one longer?
Oh no. In Navy, I hit 70. So it's just one of those things where you go out there and you try to do the best you can, and you strike the ball as best you can. Sometimes conditions help. If you have a little bit of wind in your back and whatnot. And you just do what you can with what you have.
Yeah, was that one last week that you missed actually the best one you've hit? Wasn't quite.
I think so. Surprisingly, it's kind of how kicking works, right? You just go out there and you smash a couple, and it doesn't fall your way, and the ones that you misstrike go in. It's crazy. Kicking and golf are so similar in that way. So I like playing golf a lot. So kind of can coordinate the two really well.
When you hit and went through huge momentum for the team, just sending you guys into halftime down by 4. What's you showed a lot of emotion too. Just like what was going through you guys and your mind, like just going into the locker room.
Just like for me, huge adrenaline surge, right? So it's one of those, you go out and you make the field goal and you're like, oh my goodness, I thought I was going to lose my voice. It's one of those things where I don't think I've had that much of an adrenaline spike in my life. Came back in the locker room, sat down, and it's just everything just kind of dropped, and your energy drops a little bit. So it was nice that Coach Fisher tried to help me reset. He's like, all right, next kick, you have 6-8 minutes to reset to your next kick before we go out there, warm up again. And really, it's just about trying to get momentum for the team. At that point, we're in a close game, and just trying to get us to the best point to win the game. So.
How does it feel to set the record, and also you get your first win of the season?
I think that's probably the two best things that could happen, right? I mean, just trying to do the best that I can in my job, and then also the team gets a win. It's the best of both worlds.
What's your view of what Evan's done at quarterback? I mean, so much in this game is about handling sudden change, adversity. That's falling on 14-0. And then just to come back to what you guys did. I know you're not in the huddle with them most of the time, but just on the sideline, being around, what have you seen?
Yeah, he's a great leader. He's someone that's had a bunch of experience, obviously, with Rutgers, and go out there and he's confident in himself, just like I am myself. And you want a guy out there that's got the dog and has a dog mentality out there, like Coach Ray would say. I think he's got that. Not to say that Forrest doesn't, because he absolutely does. He's one of those guys that has a dog mentality as well. And you go with who's out there right now. We have confidence in both guys. So whoever wants to go out there on the day, whoever's put out there that day, we're going to stand behind him and do the best that we can.
Okay. Thanks, everybody. Bringing some